Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is your boy Fitz TV here, aka G-Lauren33. I'm back here today with your Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 70 review / reaction, and it is time to get back into the Granola, the Survivor arc. I've done spoiler videos throughout the week, and it's actually been a very wild week on the channel when it comes to Dragon Ball content. We've had Dragon Ball Super spoilers, we've had Super Dragon Ball Heroes reaction, right? The Big Bang mission just started their new arc, so go check out that reaction if you guys haven't already. We also posted a little bit of gaming, so Xenoverse 2, they just dropped their new DLC with Topo and Pycon finally coming to the game. Xenoverse 2, aka the game that has unlimited DLC, never-ending DLC, right? We'll just keep giving you DLC till we have nothing to drop for Xenoverse 3. But I did do a little bit of a playthrough of this new story mode in that DLC, so go check out that video if you guys haven't already. And we got the Granola Survivor arc reaction / review right now, and I'll have a couple more follow-up videos to that in the coming days. But if you guys remember, in Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 69, we had Granola. He asked the dragon Tornito, right, to make him the strongest in the universe using the Dragon Balls on planet Cereal. And we know that Monito, right, the old Namekian that lives with Granola, he is the creator of these Dragon Balls. So I did say in that video that I don't think Granola was going to get his wish granted unless there was like a huge consequence. And that is the case here, right? And we're going to learn about what that consequence / condition is in this video, right? So the chapter just dropped and I'm hyped to get into it. This is called Chapter 70, The Universe's Greatest Warrior. That's a pretty beast title. The first thing you would actually think about is, probably Goku or Vegeta, right? Well, we'll have to wait and see. But let's get into this. I'm excited. So the chapter picks up right where we left off from chapter 69, right? So Tornable, the dragon, he says, greatest warrior in the universe. So you wish to become the most powerful life form apart from the gods themselves. So basically he's talking about mortals. So Granola says, yes, can you do it? Can you make me the greatest warrior in the universe? It is possible to make you stronger than you already are, but I cannot increase your power behind your latent potential. So that basically kind of saying, like, I cannot increase your power beyond what the Grandmother Kai did for Gohan in the Buu Saga. That's basically what he's saying. So Granola's like, does that mean I can't? Correct. This is beyond your reach. So, damn it. Then there's no point. However, it is possible for you to become the strongest if you agree to a certain condition. But that decision is up to you. If it'll make me stronger than anyone else, then I will do it. Whatever it takes. Go on Avengers Endgame on us. Here's the thing, man. It's kind of reckless if you think about it, because Granola is willing to do whatever it takes to become the strongest. It's like nothing else really matters to him. So it's like, could this come back to bite Granola in the ass? But back on Beerus' planet, we see that Vegeta, it looks like he is practicing Hakai on a small little rock. And he does destroy the rock, but as you guys could, but it looks like there are traces of the rock left. So I love how Beerus is just on the side and he's not even looking at Vegeta, but he could tell what Vegeta did. So Beerus says, all you did was break it with a regular ki blast. All right. When we gods use our destruction moves, Hakai, I love that because we just got that move in Xenoverse and it looks pretty dope. When we gods use our destruction move, the target is completely erased from the universe. Then turn something into nothing, and when matter is destroyed, it releases a heap of energy. So Beerus gets a rock similar to Vegeta and then shows him the true way. So it releases, okay. So when the thing destroys, there's nothing left of it, and then it just leaves. You can see there's not debris. This is just pure energy being released. All right, here you can see it's debris. See? So you guys can see the fundamental difference between a normal ki blast and a Kai right there. All right. Goku's like, Lord Beerus is destroying stuff again, huh? I love how Goku's doing his little meditation. That's awesome. And Beerus destroyed up this issue of God comics. I love the little gags, right? If you know, remember back in the anime where we have the freaking God tube during the Zamasu arc? God comics, I love it. So Goku asks, is Lord Beerus really trading Vegeta? And we're like, is that a problem? And Goku's like, nah, Vegeta's his own man. I'm here to pose Ultra Instinct. I love it. I love it. I love how they have Goku and Vegeta going their own separate routes when it comes to training. I'm here to pause Ultra Instinct because before, if you look at it, right, before in Dragon Ball Super, all it is, or it was, right, was Goku and Vegeta training to up their power as, you know, Super Saiyan Blue, something like that, or, you know, Super Saiyan God or whatever, right? But now Goku's going his own route. Goku's like, I'm here to work on my stuff. I'm here to work with you on my Ultra Instinct, right? And Vegeta's here to, you know, find something that can help him catch up to Goku, and, you know, so I like it. I like that a lot. So I just put out my LED lights in my room. I don't think you guys can see it, but, you know, now they're all blue just to go along with that Super Saiyan Blue vibe, right? Anyway, you know, Goku's like, let's see which one of us can become the strongest in the universe. And Whis says, keep in mind that the strongest may in fact turn out to be someone else entirely. And Goku's like, do you know someone stronger than us, Whis? And Whis says, no, not specifically, but given the scope of the universe, who can say the next powerful entity will appear? That's what Dragon Ball is. No matter how strong Goku and Vegeta and the others get, there's always someone that is behind coming for them. There's always someone that's stronger. It's always about the next strongest enemy. So he asks the Oracle Fist, and the Oracle Fist is like, oh, sure. The strongest war in the universe will soon rise up. I love how Vegeta appears in front of him, and he says, that would be me. Oh, my gosh. And, oh, look at Vegeta. He finally got the Kai off with a little pebble. So I can definitely see probably later on in this arc, right? Probably Vegeta's going to master this technique, and that's going to play a big role in whatever the finale is. You know, we're still super early in this arc, and we have a long way to go. But definitely, I would not be surprised if it's used to kill, you know, maybe it's the Heater Clan, or Frieza, or maybe Granola. Whoever ends up being the main enemy of this arc, I do think Vegeta's Hakai will come into play heavily. All right, and Goku's like, good for you, Vegeta. He's like, watch out. I'll soon be destroying much larger things. Thing is, Vegeta, we know you're not going to use Hakai on Goku. You're not going to. Plus, like, I don't know if he even could. Goku's Ultra Instinct would probably be able to dodge it, you know? But anyway, back on Planet Cereal, look at our boy Granola with his long hair. Super Saiyan 3 Granola. Right? But we know this is not Super Saiyan 3. I guess this is just to symbolize Granola's, you know, his increase in strength. I like the look, but I do like Granola more with shorter hair. And Granola's like the boulder exploded. What technique was that? So here's the thing. Granola doesn't understand all this stuff about power, right? He's not a martial artist like a lot of the enemies, you know, the others have faced. He's not like a Jiren or a Broly, you know. He has long-range sniping abilities, but that's about it. Granola's not a fighter here, so now he's learning about this power of being the strongest. So, damn, I love how Monita wakes up, right? And Monita's like, oh, shit, here we go again. Monita's like, did you really use the Dragon Balls? Like, I'm not gonna lie, though. This panel right here, man, of Granola, that's dope. I love how he turns and he has, like, the long hair flowing. You guys know, like, how I've had my twist. I shake my hair and my twists are shaking. I love it. The straight dive gain is unrivaled in the universe. Oh. And Granola says, I can now bring down Frieza. And Monito's like, of course Monito knows there had to be a condition because he's the one that made the Dragon Balls. So Monito's like, there had to be a condition. Don't tell me you accepted it. Of all the foolish things you could have done. Listen well, Granola, there's no better way to make new enemies pop out of the woodwork than by brand-wishing that sort of power. Don't be ridiculous, Monito. As the greatest warrior in the universe, I can defeat any threat that comes in my way. Already getting cocky, Granola. I don't like that. Here's the thing, I like Granola. I like him as a character, but we know that when people say, oh, I can't be brought down by anybody, it's kind of foreshadowing. But Monito says, don't let that power go to the head. You may be the strongest today, but you don't know who or what tomorrow will bring. That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been thinking. Even if Granola is the strongest at that moment that he made that wish, we know that Goku and Vegeta are training. Who knows if Frieza and Broly are training out there, right? So maybe Granola is the strongest now, but I don't think the wish allows him to instantly become the strongest again as people continue to surpass him. So he might be the strongest at that exact moment, but the next day, maybe he faces Goku and Vegeta and they've already surpassed him because they're always trading. This is kind of similar to what happened in the Moro saga. Moro took Beerus' angel abilities thinking that would make him the strongest and nobody would be able to challenge him. But he didn't know how to use Master Ultra Instinct because he never trained to obtain that power like Goku did, like the angels did, right? So Beerus' power turned on Moro and it helped Goku in the end get the dub. And you're seeing a similar theme here with Granola. And there's countless examples of this in Dragon Ball. Countless. So Granola's looking for Frieza's presence, and he's like, I'll have to ask Elk for Frieza's location, huh? And he just flies away. I love it. I love it. Oh, poor Monito. He trembles over a rock. What have I done? I've ended his life once again. Oh no. Damn. Namekians, man. The Namekians know how to get you a little bit emotional, right? Whenever they're shaking their head in depression. Because remember, the Namekians are good people, But the Dragon Balls is usually, and especially when the Dragon Balls are used for things that are not good. But we see Granola leaving Planet Cereal and Whis on his staff. As Goku and Vegeta are talking about who's going to be the strongest warrior in the universe, right? Whis is looking. I love that. Remember, it's similar because we saw Whis do a similar thing back at the beginning of the Moro saga when he saw Goku and Vegeta fighting Moro on New Namek. I love that. So one of the things I wonder is, does Whis get alerts when evil things are being done in the universe? Does his staff give him alerts, or does he actually just go searching through the universe when he's bored and he just notices these little things, right? Because I don't know. Right after Granola makes his wish and he leaves Planet Cereal to go back to see the Heater Clan, right? All of a sudden Whis is just conveniently looking at his staff and looking at Granola. So, And the Oracle of Fitz, I'm not gonna tell you violent brutes a darn thing. What the hell? Facts. I'm Goku here, man. Don't be so stingy. What the hell? They just want to know who's gonna be the strongest. But anyway. The Oracle Fist leaves. And we see Granola cutting his hair. I'm glad Granola cut the hair, though. Because I'm not going to lie, the Super Saiyan 3 look, I wasn't really digging it. Wasn't really digging it too much. I like Granola in his normal hair look. He already has a good amount of hair. Maybe the hair will grow back. I don't know. But well, I love how Whis was able to figure out. He's like, I see, so that's what happened. So I guess Whis was able to figure out that Granola used the Dragon Balls to make himself the strongest, right? Because we see Whis looking at the staff. He's not looking at Granola making the wish, but he's looking at Granola specifically cutting his hair, right? And Whis is like, this may cause some turmoil. I love it. So 2 days later, a whole 2 days have passed. Granola is back. And he's on the Heater Clan. I love how the Alec and his crew, man, they got dancers, so they live in that that lavish lifestyle, man. And Granola just walks in. All right, and Granola's like, tell me where Frieza is. Of course, why would it be anything else? All right, but Alec says, like I said, you ain't strong enough to handle Frieza. And Granola says, you're wrong, I am. I'm now the strongest in the entire universe. Oil says, look like his obsessive revenge has finally made him snap. Don't tell me we're lagging. Look. All right, anyway, let's get back into it. My internet had a quick problem, but we'll be back on track now. Anyway. So Ella gets up. Sorry, Granola, but we've got a packed schedule today. Yeah, you really have a packed schedule with all your dancers. All right, we were just about to sit down for dinner, so come back later and we'll hear all about your silly little dream. And Granola's like, it wasn't a dream. I really am the strongest. So tell me what I want to know. You know, I'm convinced. You can tell this by the way Granola speaks, man. The guy's not an evil dude. He's just obsessed with revenge, and it's causing him, to do these reckless things, like make a condition, that's gonna impact his life. But anyway, so Oil's like, see our friend now. So like, here we go. We got the brute security guard from Spider-Man PS4, right? So he's like, no one's like a party pooper. Say goodnight. But then Granola dodges it and, with one finger sends a huge shockwave through his stomach and Oil goes flying into a wall. Jeez. And look at that. Those walls must be hard. Unless Granola was using no strength at all. Because usually in Dragon Ball, the wall would break easily. But he barely goes flying. And Granola's like, as I said, I've gotten stronger. That's pretty badass, man. Because Granola rarely smiles. So clearly, you're not just full of hot air. You good, Oil? And I was like, get up, Oil, and fight him. Oh, man. And I love it. I like this battle right here. Look at Granola. Granola's like, like, are we really going to waste time on this? So, and that looks like, Hashijane! Like the Dragon Ball tournament person would say. So, Oil comes flying at Granola, right? But Granola's easily dodging this. Look at this, man. And this is weird coming from Granola. I know we've only, seen him for like 3 or 4 chapters, but honestly, man, but anyway, it's weird to see Granola fight like this because we've only seen him fight with the long range sniping. All of a sudden now he's doing like martial art moves. This is a kick that you would see Vegeta do, right? If you read the manga, you see Vegeta do this kind of kick all the time. So I'm trying to understand the power of the strongest, like kind of like the moveset, because I feel like I'm probably gonna have to make a video on this anyway. But it's hard to understand if we're being honest. But I love it, Granola's like dodging things like he's a martial artist. He's dodging everything, but we know he doesn't have Ultra Instinct. But then here we go. Here's normal Granola doing these long range beam attacks. And Oil, he does block them, but because of all the blows, there's a rip in the floor and he goes falling. That's hilarious. And Granola's like, enough of this, Alec. You're not my enemy. And then Maki, so this confirms basically that Maki is the second strongest, right? So I'm guessing if we're rating the Heater clan, Alec is the strongest, then Gas would be second, Maki would be third, Oil would be fourth. That's what I'm guessing. But we see, Gas ain't done yet. He comes up with the floor panel, and he throws it, but Granola destroys it. He does a Hakai. I don't want anybody saying in the comment section, oh, does Granola have a Hakai? That's not a Hakai attack, because we've seen Goku do something very similar to Moro at the end of the Moro saga. Remember when Moro's under the rocks and Goku destroys it? Basically Granola's doing the same thing. If it was the Hakai technique, like we learned earlier in the chapter, there would be nothing left. But we see the floor panel just turns to dust, really. So here we go, Maki. Is that magic you're tossing around? I'll rip you apart and see what you're made of. Okay, so Maki goes in the action. And Granola continues to dodge. Oh, what the hell is that? Is that like his scarf or something? So Granola ties, I love it. Granola ties up Maki using his scarf. That's pretty badass. I love that. That's badass. Oh, shoot. Damn. And then we see Gas saves Maki from, getting embarrassed by cutting the rope. All right, bet. So it looks like we're about to get Granola versus Gas. And you guys remember at the beginning of the saga, Gas made quick work of Granola. So it looks like they're setting up a nice little rematch here. I like this nice, quick stare down. As Granola puts back his scarf on. But, Alex says there's no need to fight. Okay. So Alex says, but anyone can see there's something strange about your big power up. What happened to you? And Granola says, not for you to know. That's why I be saying to everybody when they ask me stuff like, no comment, don't worry about it. If you know me, I'll say that about anything. So or Alex says, then why should we tell you where Frieza is if you're not going to tell us what we want to know? If you screw up the quest for revenge, we'll be the ones with targets on our backs. We're going to need some assurance that you're more than a match for Frieza. So Granola says the Dragon Balls, and you can see the shock look at their faces. Like, does Gas have like no emotions? Is he like the new hit? But Alex says, I thought so. So Planet Cereal has its own Dragon Balls then. And Oil says, now that's just plain dirty. Oh, man. And I was like, that's all I need to hear. But keep your shirt on. We don't know where Frieza is exactly. Finding that out is going to take some time. Go home, cool your head, and we'll be in touch. And Granola's like, fine. Here's the thing. I feel like Alec does know where Frieza is, but he's choosing not to tell Granola for his own reasons. Right? But Granola says, I don't have much time. I don't have very long to live. So Alex says, what you mean? Or no, that's Maki. Maki says, what you mean? You're only around 50 years old. So remember, Granola was a kid, when Frieza and the Saiyans destroyed Planet Cereal. He was only a kid. So now he's around 50 years old. So that tells you that, Goku and Vegeta were born a little bit after that. So, Goku and Vegeta are around 40 and 50 years old. If then, you got to minus the years they spent dead, right? Because you don't age when you die in Dragon Ball. But yeah, so it's telling you that Goku and Vegeta are in their 40s, like mid to late 40s at this point. And, so we learn here that Cerealians, whatever you want to call them, they're supposed to live for like 2 centuries, so about 200 years. So they get really long lifespans. But Granola says, I've sacrificed my 150 remaining years in exchange for this power. I love how Alex is shocked. So we learn about the condition. So the condition is, right, so the deal that Granola made with the dragon, he shortened his lifespan so that he can only live about 3 years in exchange for this power of becoming the strongest. So I like that condition. It's not that Granola just automatically becomes the strongest and, there's no consequences. But I would not be surprised, since I believe that Granola is not a villain, I would not be surprised if later on, maybe, by going back to the Dragon Balls or something else happening, that wish gets changed. The reason is, remember, throughout all of Dragon Ball Super, they told us that angels got to stay neutral, right? Angels got to stay neutral, and they cannot be involved in any fights. They cannot be involved in any fights, or they'll be erased from the universe. We saw the impact and the consequence of that in the Moro Saga when Beerus used his angel powers against Moro, and it costed him his life, right? So now we're seeing that here with Granola. And remember, Beerus was brought back. Beerus was brought back 3 chapters later. The only difference is that he wasn't an angel anymore. He was a normal mortal with a lifespan and all that other stuff. So I could see something similar here happening to Granola. I don't think Granola is going to die. At least not right now. We'll just have to wait and see where this arc takes us. So Maki's like us. You sacrifice your life just to beat Frieza? That's insane. And he just leaves like a badass. But still, that is crazy. The fact that he just, was so willing. Like, the thing is, remember, Granola didn't even think about it. He didn't even think about it. He was like, fine, I'll trade in the 150 years I have left. The 1.5 centuries of life, right? Of life that I have left, just so I can beat this nigga Frieza up. So you can see how Granola really wants revenge. He might not say it mostly on his face, but deep down, Granola has struggled, and the pain of not having his race is something he's never forgot. So we see them eating here like a bunch of savages, right? So Alex says, idiot. So Alex calls his sister, I guess that's his sister, he calls Maki an idiot. He says, Baka! If Granola takes Frieza out, he'll just take his place as the next big boss. And that throne belongs to us, the Heaters, right? He's probably out to destroy Frieza's armies too, so that would be news for us. So Gas finally opens up his mouth and he says, yeah, since our end goal is to take control of that army. So we learn that the Heater clan, they want to take control of Frieza's army because they do similar business Frieza's army. We know that Frieza, he enslaves planets and races, and he sells them to other people for a bigger price. It's a business at the end of the day. It's a dirty business, but it's a business. But Granola, or not Granola, Alex says we'll have more business opportunities than ever with Frieza's forces under our thumb, right? And Maki says, speaking of, scheming with Frieza's guys to attack Planet Cereal led to and there we go. There we go. I felt it was weird. I knew it felt weird that the heaters just came in and were just so willing to give Planet Cereal up to the Sugar Aliens, right? But here's the thing: we learn here that wow. So we learn here that the Heater clan all those years ago, they actually did work with Frieza's forces. They worked with Frieza's forces to attack Planet Cereal, and it led to them getting a nice payday. And then they came in and they sold the planet off to the Sugar Aliens later on. So I knew the Heater clan, man. I knew they were evil, but I didn't know they were that evil. And the fact is, they were able to get, Granola to align with them in the process. So what if Granola? I can already see where this is going. What if Granola found out that it was Alec and his people, right? It was Alec and the Heaters who schemed with Frieza's people to take out his race. I feel like, I know it's a small little panel right here, but this is going to be big, very big going forward into, the rest of this arc. Because definitely I think this is going to be brought up later on. That's crazy. And then Gas says, those ignorant Sugar Aliens handed over a small fortune for that planet. Wow. Oh, man. So don't forget that Frieza's still our business partner, so we can't have him getting bumped off just yet. Oh, so they are business partners. So they just want to get rid of Frieza so they can become the new bosses. Okay, that makes sense. Right? So Elder, of course, says Granolla's going to have to die. How are we supposed to do that now that he's the strongest in the universe? And his idea is, after he drinks a nice little cup of wine, lavish lifestyle, of course, we'll use the Saiyans, a.k.a. Goku and Vegeta, right? And you can see the shock, even though Gas refuses to show any emotion. But anyway, he says, those guys, you mean the ones who took down Moro? Right. Based on 7-3's data, those Saiyans are really strong. We'll pin them against each other 2-on-1. I get it. Granola got a grudge against the Saiyans too, so he'll be itching to fight some warriors from that tribe. Bingo. Universe's strongest or not, if he's up against that pair, it's game over for them. First of all, I don't know what the hell this dude's eating. Like, is that Jello? Like, okay, I'm not going to entertain it. But, so, a lot of information here, right? So, they looked at the memories of 7-3 and they learned about the Galactic Prison and the Galactic Patrol and all that. But they also saw how Goku and Vegeta were the ones who defeated Moro. So his plan is he's going to have Goku and Vegeta face Granola, right? Or Granola's going to learn about Goku and Vegeta. Maybe Alex sends Granola to Earth. Or maybe, he finds out about Beerus' planet. Maybe Granola finds Frieza's, spaceship, all right? And then that leads to Goku and Vegeta instant transmission over there, and then them meeting Granola, right? All right, but I'm interested to see where this battle is going to take place, because they've been setting this up now for about 3 or 4 chapters, and I love it, the nice slow pacing. But so basically, Alec wants to use Goku and Vegeta and have them be the ones that take Granola out. But we know Goku is pretty good at seeing when someone's not a villain, right? AKA just look at Broly. So I feel like Goku's he might realize that even though Granola has a grudge against the Saiyans, Goku and Vegeta had nothing to do with anything that the Saiyans did in the past. And then he also might be able to be able to figure out that, Granola is not a bad guy. He just wants revenge. And Goku probably won't kill him. So I feel like, eventually, you also got to remember here that, Alec and the Heater clan, they have 7-3. They have access to the 7-3, and I believe they're gonna go after the Dragon Balls as well. It may be on Planet Cereal, it may be on Namek, it could also be on Earth. But I do think they're gonna go after the Dragon Balls in some form because I do feel like they're gonna set it up that the rest of the Heater clan, they're gonna be the main enemies of this arc. I think that's what's gonna be the case, and maybe Frieza as well. But I could definitely see Alec being the big bad boss man of this arc, right? And eventually, maybe later on, he gets a huge transformation or a huge power up, and then maybe Granola has to work with Goku and Vegeta to take him down. But we also got to keep it in the back of our minds that Granola has a 3-year lifespan. So, and I know some people are gonna be like, "Oh, 3-year lifespan, is that gonna take us up to the end of Z?" Don't start with that nonsense, all right? There's nothing confirming that we're only 3 years away from the end of Z. Nothing. And there's nothing saying that this arc is going to take us all the way to the end of Z, right? A lot of us thought that they would reach the end of Z after the Tournament of Power, and then we got the Broly movie and the Moro Saga, and now we're in this, arc. So no, let's just be patient and let's see where it goes. But definitely, you could see, all the dots are starting to collect, and I love this last panel right here. Love it. At last, fate will bring these three together. So it's almost just like the Broly movie, right? How it was destiny for Goku and Vegeta to meet Broly and do battle with him because, as Saiyans and the history dealing with their parents and King Vegeta and Paragus and Bardock and Guinea, right? Now they're doing something similar here with Granola. At last, fate will bring them together. And I love how, Vegeta is looking over at Goku training, and he's, Vegeta's working on mastering the Hakai technique. Goku's over doing meditation. So, I love that. That gives me early Dragon Ball vibes when Goku was like training with Mr. Popo and Kami and all that, man. Loved it. I love this panel right here. But overall, this was a really good chapter. I love Granola's power. I'm still trying to understand what does being, the strongest mean? Does that mean like from a martial arts level, right? I don't know. I don't know, but definitely it looks like next chapter, Granola is gonna meet Goku and Vegeta, and I'm very intrigued to see how they do this, right? So I'm just trying to see if I miss anything. We'll pit them against each other 2-on-1. And we also gotta remember here, Goku and Vegeta are not gonna fight Granola 2-on-1. We know that because Goku and Vegeta, their Saiyan Pride won't allow them to work together unless it's fusion, unless they're forced into that. And imagine a fusion of Ultra Instinct Gogeta or Ultra Instinct Vegeta or, not Ultra Instinct, Hakai Gogeta or Hakai Vegeta, right? There's so many possibilities because Goku and Vegeta have grown so much since we've seen them last use Fuse in the Broly movie. So, absolutely crazy stuff here, man. But I love it. I love it, man. But I could definitely see maybe Goku facing Granola first, right? Usually it's Vegeta, but remember, Vegeta doesn't have the Hakai technique mastered yet. So maybe, they're saving Vegeta to get the win here finally. That might make Vegeta fans happy. I don't know. But maybe they're saving Vegeta to finally get, a big win here. And, this won't be Goku's moment. This will be Vegeta's moment. We're still very early in the arc. But still, man, I'm getting very excited to see where this goes. So, the power of Ultra Instinct versus the power of the strongest. I cannot wait to see that. That's going to be hype, man. But, it's going to be interesting, though. Like, will we see Frieza next chapter? I'm very interested to see how Granola is going to pick Goku and Vegeta against Granola. Very, very interesting to see how that happens. My prediction is probably Granola will, or Alec will tell Granola about Saiyans being on Earth, and then Granola not having anything else to do right now and having that grudge against Saiyans, he's going to fly to Earth, right? And maybe Whis finally tells Goku and Vegeta about Granola because Whis knows about Granola. Goku and Vegeta don't know about him yet. So that's when Whis will tell them. And maybe then we'll see Goku and Vegeta go to Earth to fight Granola. I don't know. That's just my prediction. But still, I'm getting very, very excited, man. Cannot wait for next chapter. This was really good. Let me know what you guys thought of Granola's new power, right? What do you guys think about Granola now being the strongest, right? And is Granola even going to be the strongest after next chapter? It's already been a couple days and we know Goku and Vegeta are still training. So maybe he's not even the strongest already. Maybe Goku and Vegeta have already surpassed Granola again. Who knows? But either way, man, I'm excited for next chapter. I cannot wait to see what they got planned. I just love this panel right here, especially Goku training and trying to pause Ultra Instinct. I love it. Love it. But other than that, guys, that's all I got for you guys today. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys for your support. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the reaction/review. If you guys did, leave a like on this video. Subscribe. You guys are new to the channel by hitting the big red button right next to my name, Fitz TV. So you guys are notified every time I post a new video. Also, make sure you guys click the bell. Follow me on social media. The links are in the description down below. I will have some more videos. I think I'm going to post a video in the next couple of days talking about the strongest. Goku using Ultra Instinct versus Granola's power of the strongest. All right. But anyway, I'll see you guys when I make that video. Make sure to check out all the other content, especially all the other Dragon Ball videos I posted this week. But thank you guys for everything. I'll see you guys later. Stay safe and healthy, y'all. Peace.